Good morning guys, I hope you are doing well. Today's video we're going to be looking at what is an effect track or effects channel. Yesterday we looked at the group track and we saw what it did, how it works, and today we're going to be looking at the effect channel. Now an effects track is a physical track that appears like this. This is our group track from yesterday. It will appear on the project window like that, and on the mixer it will also pop up here on the right as a channel. And we're going to add the effect on that. Now we're going to see what is the difference between adding effect as a channel on its own versus having effects dedicated to other channels as inserts. Alright, and that's normally how many people do that. If I go to my say snare drum and I add a reverb as a plugin, for example, now we can increase the time here, and let's listen to the snare. There's my volume control. Alright, so that's what many people will do, is they will add the effect onto the channel that they want reverb. But now say you want that same reverb on another channel. What they do is they will just go and add that reverb again on that channel. Now a quicker way is just to copy that. But what happens is when we start to run many instances of this reverb plugin, it starts to eat up my processing power. This little meter here is showing my CPU or my average processing load on my computer. That builds up as my project gets larger, and reverb's effects especially take up a lot of processing power. Now I do have a very strong computer, so we might not see much of an increase, but let's say I was to copy this over plenty channels. Let's see how that works. Slightly, not much, but that depends again on the type of plugin that you are running. Alright, so that is the one way people add effects, is by just inserting them on the channels that they want. Again, the downside to that is it uses up a lot of processing. The advantage to that is you can set every channel's reverb completely different to another channel. If we add this over here, you can see we are actually running two instances of this plugin, and I can set the one to be like that, and I can set this one to be like that, with completely different characteristics. Alright, that is the advantage. And then the reverb on the snare will be completely different to the reverb on the hi-hat. But in many cases we use the same reverb settings for plenty of channels, and in that case we are rather going to add an effects track. Then I'm going to say add effect track, and now I can choose which effect I want, and configuration in this we're always going to go with stereo, and we're going to say add track, and now it's added. Okay, so you can see it pops up as effects channels, effects 1, and on my mixer it created a channel now. Now we can actually send the channels that we want to this effects channel, and we do that by opening up this little send box, and I can click on this arrow here, and you'll see now it gives me an option that says effects 1 reference, which is this effects channel that I've added. So I click on that, it connects it. Now you're going to see it is grayed out, which means it's off, it's not on. I can change the level, but you're not going to hear anything. I have to click this power button that says activate, and now it colors it, and you're going to hear the snare now. And I can change the reverb by coming to my effects channel, opening it up, and increasing the way it sounds, changing that effect. Alright, and that's how you increase or decrease the reverb, is by actually increasing or decreasing the send level. Now the advantage to using this is, if I wanted reverb on my kick, I can do the same thing. I can connect my kick on the sends to effects 1, turn it on, There you go. Now I've got reverb on 2 channels, but I'm only running one instance of a reverb plugin, saving my computer a lot of processing power. So we use this when we have multiple channels that actually are okay with using the same settings, the same reverb, and yes, we can still use different amounts. I can have a lot of reverb on the snare and only a little of the kick. Something like that. Alright, and I'm only running one instance. If I do now say I want a different reverb for my 2 guitars, I can do that. I can say add effect track, and I can maybe change the reverb to something else. Say something like that. And now I've got 2, effects 1 and effects 2, and I just send my electric guitars. Now you'll see it gives me 2 options. I can even send it to both if I want. I'm going to say add to effect, and I'm going to put it on slot number 2, turn them on. Let's listen to the guitars. You can hear the reverb in the background there. Now a quick way to quickly listen to your reverb on and off is you'll see there are these 2 little circles highlighted in blue, and if I click them they go yellow. That is the bypass feature. If I quickly need to hear with and without the reverb, I can just bypass, turn them off. And there you go. And now I've got a second instance, and though I've got 4 channels which actually have reverb on them. So that is the purpose of the reverb or effects channel. Alright guys, I hope that was intuitive, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.